Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of the Chase and A podcast, where we will be covering week 1, game 1 of Team 130, playing against the Temple Owls. And then we will be discussing the new fan enhancements throughout the stadium, party in the palace, stuff like that. So I'm your host, TJ Mullins, here with Ryan Mullins and Alex Polson. Fellas, how we doing?
Doing great, man.
It's game week, baby.
It's game week. Man, it feels like it's been the longest off season I've ever. I think it's just going to the SEC, but man, it's felt like a long time coming. But all right, man. All right, we'll jump right into the sucker. So what I want to start with is the fan enhancements for the stadium, outside the stadium, stuff like that, man. So one of the things that I thought was huge is inside the stadium. You know, us three have been to a lot of football games, OU football games, and we know how bad the Wi-Fi can get, man. It gets real bad, man. The service in there gets bad. They're upgrading the Wi-Fi, which is huge. Upgrading it to 5G, it's a big deal. Some of the things outside of the stadium that are huge. Party at the Palace. I think they're trying to put more of an emphasis on it. For the pregame festivities, I think they're going more food trucks. I think they got like a van where you can play, NCAA football, play the game before the game actually starts, type of thing. And they're rerouting the Walk of Champions to go right through it, so nobody's got to walk anywhere. They're coming to you. A couple concession things that are a big deal. I think they're expanding that too. So just a lot of big news coming down the wire going to the SEC conference, man.
Absolutely, and what we talked about that last pod, right? Like the fan base needing to, get on an SEC level. And hey, university's doing everything they can to.
Dude, they're trying, man.
I mean, the Wi-Fi in the stadium's huge. I mean, that was always the biggest pet peeve of mine, like being in the game and not being able to, what if I want to post on my story where I'm at? Let everybody know I'm at this. I'm at the club. I'm at the
boy, sir.
But yeah. So no, that's what that's huge for me. And then the Party at the Palace sounds like a great time. I'm loving the Toby Keith song in between third and fourth quarter.
He's gonna get there.
Interesting to see what song that'll be, but hey, OU's doing all it can to get the fan base ready.
Yep.
I'm ready for that Walk of Champions. I'll be there for dang sure. 3:45. Be there, be square. You know what I mean?
Man, I hope they do that a lot. I hope they just take it a lot more serious, man, because I think that's one thing that can, really separate us from, other schools is having something like that where, the whole fan base can rally around the players before they walk in there and just get their mind right.
And get them juices going. Get all the fans in there.
Going.
Getting crazy.
Exactly, man.
Even though we're playing Temple, man, it's gonna be rocking in there.
You can already tell it's a different feel.
Oh yeah.
Like you know what I mean? This ain't like the original Temple opener or Arkansas State. This just has a different vibe to it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Couldn't agree more. Another thing that I want to add on for the in the actual stadium, they changed up some LEDs. I think they upgraded the LEDs. They upgraded the sound system, I think.
Yeah.
So, the in-game experience, they're really trying, man. Ryan, you hit on it, dude. They're trying everything, and we already hit on the tailgate stuff, so that was also a part of it. But we already covered that. And so what I wanted to go to next, in between the third and fourth quarter, they're gonna do the Toby tribute, Toby Keith, and I think it's gonna be something that the fans can really rally behind and get behind because he's a legend, man, and it was tough. It was tough, but I think it's a huge deal for the University of Oklahoma. Alex, man, what do you think the song will be? Do you think it'll be one song, or do you think they'll switch it? You think they'll rotate it?
Man, I think they're gonna do just one song.
Yeah,
probably. I could see them doing maybe two, but I think they should just stick with one. And
I agree. Yep.
See, now I don't know. I listen to a little bit of country, but I don't know a whole bunch of his songs. I know like Red Solo Cup. I
I
know,
think that's the one they should go with.
Boot in your, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think they'll just keep it at one, and
Yeah,
you'll hear that crowd get rowdy.
for sure.
Everybody
Oh
be
yeah.
lifting their beers up. If they got a Red Solo Cup, hey, best
Yep.
believe it's gonna be in there high.
That
No
raises the
doubt.
question: are they going to be selling red Solo cups?
I
Hey,
hope so, man. If
I
that's the
hope.
case, I hope so.
Anytime a ref calls a bad call, Red Solo Cups getting flying on that field. I promise you.
I promise you that.
No, I think it'll
Man, that'd be
be
so
kind of
cool.
like a Florida deal. You know what they did when Tom Petty passed.
Won't back
Y-
down.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think it'll be something like that. So I think it'll be the same song, just one song, and
Okay.
it'll become iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, because of who he is as a person. But
And how much he's done for the university.
yep,
Right.
yep. So that was kind of
Absolutely.
that was. I just wanted to touch on that. Ryan, you got anything you want to add, man?
No, no, y'all hit it. I think
Yeah.
it'll be phenomenal. I hope it is Red Solo Cup.
I'm excited.
Put that boot in, put that boot in your ass, boy.
Yeah, I don't care what song they pick. You know, he's just he's been so like he's just such a legend to the program, man. Any song they pick will be just iconic. So
For sure.
Sure.
not worried about that at all. But all right, let's do this, man. We are finally here. We get to preview a game week for the University of Oklahoma. Team 130 kicking this sucker off. Like I said, Temple Owls are coming into Norman, and Alex, I'm gonna open it up with you, man. We've done a little background into Temple. We picked a couple players that we want to highlight that we think could make a difference for them, whatever that may be. I have no idea. They got so many new players. I don't know, but I want to open it up with you. After doing some background on Temple, who do you think from them can make a difference on the offensive side of the football?
So, from what I heard, man, I'm not gonna focus on one person. I'm gonna focus on a group together.
Okay.
And I think what it is gonna be that offensive line. They ran the ball a lot last year, and that's kind of their listening to what their coach had to say about their team. Their main focus is to get on the ground, run the ball between tackles. You know, they got a couple. They've recruited pretty good in the portal. They got a new center from South Carolina, I believe.
Yep.
He transferred in. I just think that they're really just gonna, and they got a quarterback too. The new quarterback. I guess their old quarterback was
He left. Kurt Warner's
legendary
son.
Kurt Warner's son. I guess he did really good last year, but he transferred out of there. I think he's at Rice now. So who they bring in? They brought in Brock something.
Yep.
Anyways,
From
I
Rutgers.
think, yeah. Well, he's a junior, I think. Something like that, maybe.
That's
I don't
right.
know. But I think that new quarterback, and the offensive line. That's who I'm going to pick out for their key players for sure.
I like it. I do. Ryan, you got anything you wanna add to that?
Well, yeah, that offensive line has got another thing coming. They're starting two redshirt freshmen at both tackle positions.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but he was 32. I don't know if he's changed his number. I haven't looked at our Mason Thomas, but because I actually think he changed his number, didn't he? Or is he still 32?
I don't. I'm not sure.
Okay. Anyway, hey, I got to see something. If and obviously they do a lot of tight end packages, so obviously they're going to try to help the quarterback, have a running back on whatever side probably, but they better have I need him to have a good day. I gotta have him to have a good day. That's who I'm picking to be that person that we need to get to the quarterback. And this is the type of game that you set the tone with. You get your confidence up after coming off an injury last year,
Yep.
and you say, "I'm here." OU fans, this is my time.
Yeah.
So anyway, not to jump ahead, but he's one of my key players on defense. I think that offensive line is going to struggle bad. Like he said, center transferred from South Carolina, but he didn't play a snap. So I think he's going to struggle. Both guards are going to struggle with Dom and Jaden. But one thing I liked about their offense is they got that was it Maryland transfer 240
Yeah,
running
it's
back,
huge. Yeah.
240-pound running back. Now he's not starting, but I expect him to get some play.
Right.
Uh, and they got that kid from USC that they talked about. I know he hasn't. This is his first year playing football, but how hard is it to run fast and catch a ball? I mean,
Yeah.
hey, just go, son. Just
Yeah.
run. I'll throw it
Can
to
we
you, right?
can we talk about this dude for a second?
Yeah, I
Have you
mean,
looked at this guy? He's a specimen.
6'3", 220. I mean,
Six
and he
three,
runs
220.
world class speed. That's where I'm like, now he could get loose. I mean, that's the real deal if he
I
can
mean,
catch.
I don't even know. I was blown away. I was speechless, man. They said
Yeah,
his. Oh, I think I don't remember who said it, but I was because I was listening to a couple other podcasts, and somebody said that his 200-meter PB is like a 20. It's like
it's
a
a
20.
breakdown.
Dude, that
Damn.
is hauling. That's hauling, man. And
Yeah,
at 6'3", 220, I mean, that's a big dude running
that's a
fast, man.
huge dude, man.
And I think that's something to look. Just for I don't know, just see if he can take the top off one time, maybe or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So
No, yeah. But anyways, those were. I was going to key point the O line going to struggle. They better struggle. They have to struggle. Um, but I also think that they do have, and it's not just that kid. They got some good players at wide receiver that played a lot last year.
mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly which one, but one of them had 100 yards last year versus
LSU.
uh, LSU. Yeah. So, hey, I mean, they were going to have to come to play. I mean,
Yeah,
if you lighten up a little bit, they can run right by you. So,
yeah. No, I like that. I like that. And I so talking about Temple's offensive players that can make a bigger contribution. Let's go to Oklahoma. Alex, who do you have on Oklahoma that you think could really, not only set the tone for this game, but really set the tone for the rest of the season? Who you got?
Talking offense or defense?
Offense. We'll stick with offense.
You want to give you one or can I give you two?
Hey, man, give me two. What do you got?
I think as of right now, since Nick Anderson's hurt, I think we're gonna have to. You'll see a lot of Deion Burks. I think he'll do good, and I think we're gonna. We've been thin in this area for a while. I think we'll see big in our our tight ends with Bauer Sharp and Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll
that.
be huge for us. That's something that we haven't had. Well, we had it last year, but we just had one. That was it. You
Yep.
know.
and he couldn't put it into second gear, man.
Man, he just wasn't fast enough. He just couldn't. He just didn't do it for me.
Yep.
When he first came in, he was good, a little stock piece, but as he got hurt and all that stuff happened to him, he just slowed down, got bigger.
Yeah, and they
But now
probably
it's
didn't
just
put him
having,
in the right places.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
And now we got that depth at tight end too, so that'd be cool to see. We're able to throw the ball a little bit more out of the backfield and stuff like that too. So I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I want to get back to how it was when, like, Braden Willis was here.
Mm.
You know, I mean, he was such a key impact on that offense. And I think he did such a great job, not only with, like, the blocking stuff, but, just with, if it's a 3rd and 3 and we need 3 yards, man, throw it to Braden Willis, he'll get it
Right.
for you. And I think that's what Bauer Sharp could be for this team.
Right.
Because, they were, that was one of the ones that I had too, the
Right.
tight end group. Ryan, who you got, a couple guys, or if you want to do a position group that can make a big impact against Temple?
Yeah, I think the main position group is the O line. Really, really going to be focused on how they, number one, who runs out there, and then how they jive and how they protect, run the ball. So I think, yeah, the whole O line in general, I think everybody's going to be watching because it's probably the biggest question mark. And then Javonte Barnes for me. I mean, my eyes are on him. Everybody's saying he's back. He looks great. He's phenomenal. Hey, it's game time, baby. Let's see it.
Yep. I'm excited.
You know what I mean?
I'm excited to see that O line, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too. I'll be eager to see who runs out at right tackle. I think Jake Taylor maybe is still a little banged up, but I don't know if they'll run him out or not. But it'll be good to see Spencer.
Yeah.
See what he's got on that right side.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yeah, I mean, both of y'all kind of hit mine, right on the head. I had Javonte Barnes and I had, the tight end group. But, obviously the offensive line's got to be up there. I mean, because for me, though, it was kind of, I don't know whether to kind of pump the brakes on this game because I just, like you mentioned, Ryan, I don't know how banged up they are. So I don't know. You might have to take who runs out there on Friday with a grain of salt, just because we don't know who's banged up, who's ready to play, just that stuff. But I do want to see Brendan Thompson, though. I mean,
I was just about to say that after you're
yeah,
done.
yeah. I do want to see Brendan Thompson because BV, he did his coach's show, man, and he had nothing but praise for him. Talked about not only this fall camp but the summer that he had with Schmitty. So I'm expecting big things from him, man. It kind of got me fired up for it.
Heard now he's more of a complete wide receiver instead of
Exactly.
just getting the top off.
Right.
Learn how to run a route tree, so that helps out. Especially being that fast, man, you can,
break
cross
somebody
them out.
off, boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you can do anything, man. You ain't just gotta go deep every time. Take
got
that
both of them.
Take that cross route.
You got
take
both
some routes,
sides.
man. Yeah.
Both sides. You got Dion on one side. You got Brendan Thompson on the other, man. Just,
Yeah.
I don't know how you cover it, but obviously, I guess nobody's really talking about it. But Jackson Arnold, I mean, for me, I think we penciled him into being a great, not a great player, but just a really, really good quarterback. I think I want to see it, man. I want to see how he's reacting to these new wide receivers because I mean we got playmakers at wide receiver and at tight end, even at running back, and I want to see how he operates. I want to see see him build that confidence going into more of a tougher opponent in the next coming weeks and stuff. So I think Jackson Arnold's going to be up there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ready
for
to see
sure.
you,
Yeah,
Johnny.
no. Yeah, I mean, ready to see everybody, honestly, but
That's what
you can't turn the ball over
For sure.
against this team. I think that's one thing everybody's looking to Jackson because that's what everybody's saying. Oh, in the scrimmage, you turn through 3 pig, fumble, whatever. Hey, how about come out versus Temple, put up 400, couple tutties, no turnovers. That's how you quiet that down real quick. And then on the O line, it doesn't matter if it's the starters now or later. Whoever runs out there, that means we have depth. Like, I want to see what the depth's going to be like, even if they aren't going to start against the competitive teams. Let me see what we have backing up that starter if he does end up getting hurt again. You know what I mean?
Yep, for sure.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
And for Jackson, I want to see him, just look like he's in control. I don't
Yeah.
want him to look like he's, everybody's gonna have, some jitters, some nerves and stuff. But I just want to see him look calm, collected, stay under his feet, just make a good ball. So I'm
For
excited.
sure.
I'm
And
excited.
if you watch that Arizona game, he wasn't. I mean, that's how he was.
No,
I
for
know,
sure.
I know. Yeah, that's just the type of kid he is. I mean, he's gonna walk out. He's a gunslinger. He ain't gonna think twice.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's what we like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll be able to push the ball down the field like we used to, man. I think that's going to open a whole lot.
Yep. I agree.
That play calling is going to be a whole lot different from last year. Instead of that little dink and dunk, you know what I mean? A little slant.
Right.
He's going to,
Oh, man, don't even.
it's going to be over the top, 45, instead of little 15, 10s. It's going to be, we're going to score quick.
Don't open up that can of worms, man.
Because then once you get them deep balls open, man, that run game is going to be, it's going to open it up, man. It's just you're going to get gashed.
Yeah.
And I think
And that's the whole.
I think that kind of goes back to them letting go of Dylan, saying, "Hey, man, I think I appreciate you bridging the gap, but now we're about to air the ball out, baby." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna help out, man. It's just gonna open us up more. And for some reason, I just got this feeling that you're gonna see a couple turnovers. I expect him to have some turnovers. You know what I mean? But I think he'll clean it up and he'll take over. And he'll look more poised and, like you said, he'll look like he's in control more.
Yep. And that's a whole nother thing that we're not even gonna get into it. But I want to see the OCs. I want to see the play con. We got to move on. But I mean, to me, that's like the over. I just that's it don't even matter. We won't even talk about it. That's just I'm gonna get real upset talking about last year's OC. But whatever. We'll move on. We'll move on. All right. So now we're talking about the defensive side of the ball, and I mean, I don't even know where to start with this football team, man. I was going through their roster. It got hammered, man. They were one of the worst in I mean, one of the worst in the entire country last year. I mean, complete turnover. Pretty much a new player at every position, but we'll do what we got. And Ryan, I wanted to start with you, man, on the defensive side of the ball for the Temple Owls. Who do you got that after doing some research? Who do you got that can make an impact for them?
Yeah, well, like you said, boy, I mean,
Tough.
almost every player starting in this game is new. I mean, I think I heard like 40 transfers or
Yeah.
something
Tough.
crazy. But anyway, I think and it starts with the safety, right? Andreas Keaton. He's the leader for that team. Um, he was at UTEP, right? Or no, I'm sorry, that's Torrey Richardson. I'm sorry.
That's the other
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Keaton. No, he's been playing at.
I think he's been there for a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
has. Yeah, he has, and he's been a star for them. So, I tell you what, on the back end they have good size.
I was about to
Both
say
corners
that.
and both safeties, they have
Yeah.
good size all around. So it like a Brendan Thompson, Burks. Now I don't know how quick these guys are. I've never seen them play, but they do have size on their side. And Torrey Richardson, like I just mentioned, the guy coming in from UTEP he balled out at UTEP. Now how much does that mean? I don't know. UTEP. I mean, but he's played a lot of
Keaton's
ball.
from Western Michigan, by the way.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he transferred in.
Wow. Okay. Didn't
Yes,
know
and
that.
he was all conference actually for twice. I think in
he's
2023 he was
he's a
second
senior.
team. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Western.
Well, it doesn't surprise me with this team. Everybody. And then I
Yeah.
wanted to bring up
It's hard
their
to
other
keep track of it.
right, their other cornerback, this Jamal Johnson, which he played at Charleston Southern, I believe. Don't fact check me on that one, but I believe that's where he came from. But he just played a lot of ball, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
And the last guy that I kind of caught my eye was this Eric Stewart, one of their linebackers who played at Foothill College. It's a 2-year program, right? They went 11-0. He was the defensive MVP. Okay. Now, how much does that mean? Probably not much. You playing at a 2-year college, probably. But hey, it means something to be a defensive MVP anywhere you are, right? So I don't know. Those are the 3-4 guys that kind of caught my attention. I think this defense is going to struggle. First game playing together, which it's hard to keep up with where everybody came in from because there's not a lot that was there last year that's playing this year, which is like everyone's saying, it's probably a good thing. Their best defensive tackle is not playing in this game.
Yeah.
I guess he's
Right.
injured. It's that Latrell Jean.
Hey man, they say he's like a borderline NFL like draft guy.
Right. Right. So that would have been a good matchup to see
I
for
know.
Higgins,
Yep.
you know.
I know.
But and I'll end it with I think this defense is going to struggle.
Yeah.
With how physical we're going to be and our speed, and so I expect maybe hold first couple drives, maybe, and then we break it open from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Man, to me, it's kind of one of those deals where, we've already kind of mentioned it, hit on it, dude. That Andreas Keaton, he's the guy, like you said. He's got really good size. I think he's like 6'2", 200 in the safety spot. That's a good size, man. I don't even really know what to expect, dude, because they got all these new guys, and they're changing up the, you know, the scheme. I think they're going back, you know, to 4-3, and it's a lot, man. I don't expect much from this defense. Alex, you got anything you want to add to that?
No, I got their other linebacker, DJ Woodbury. From what I heard, he's I think he might be the main captain on the team on the defensive side. He's been there for a couple years. I know I was listening to their head coach's interview last night, and he talked about him all the time, how he earned his spot and all that stuff. And that going back to I also had Keaton as a key player for them on defense. He had 5 picks last year and 180 tackles. So, I mean, we'll be seeing him around the ball, even if it's a blowout or whatever. But I think you'll see him around the ball quite a bit wherever it's at. So, I didn't really have too much to say about them. I feel like we're gonna put it on them pretty good. But if I did have to talk about some guys, I think it'd be them too. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about that DJ Woodbury. I just heard that he's been there for a while and he kind of earned his spot, kind of like Ethan Downs. Been there for a while, earned his spot. So we'll see.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, you like these games, especially opening up where it's you get to see a lot of the young guys. You get to kind of shake the rust off a little bit and get back to the game atmosphere stuff. But it's sometimes it gets tough though. Just these smaller schools, there's the transfer portal hits them hard, man. And so it was tough. It was tough, but we'll flip it. We'll flip it to the Sooners. Ryan, who do you have? Give me 2, 3, 4 guys, man, just right off the top of your head, who that you think can make a big impact on Friday and get these Sooners moving in the right direction.
Yeah, well, like I already mentioned, R. Mason. I need to see him have a stellar game, and if that means a couple sacks, 3 sacks, whatever, or pressures, just beat the guy, right? That's all I want to see. I want to see him in the backfield, and then obviously Dom Williams. I'm ready to see, and I know I'm sure y'all watched the breakdown. Teddy was talking about he's the best push puller guy. I want to see somebody on their face on the offensive line. That'd be cool. And then on the back end, I'm not going to do any of the starters. I'm going to go with Boganowski because I do think he's going to get some play time in the second half, and I just can't wait to watch him out there and watch him just probably obliterate somebody.
Yeah, annihilation.
Yeah, and going off the, and going off that one, Jacoby Johnson on one of them corner positions. Just the athlete that he is, I think he can be dynamic. I think he has, and he's big, 6'2", fast. So I'm excited to see him, and not necessarily defense, but I'm ready to see Peyton run punts.
That'd be cool. I'm excited for that.
Last couple of years, Gavin Freeman, now, love the kid, but he was just not very good. Multiple muffs, just didn't, sometimes would catch it in the wrong place, sometimes wouldn't catch it in the right place, I mean, so I'm eager to see Peyton back there, and then if you watched any of his high school highlights, the kid with the ball, he's dynamic. Better not close your eyes because he can make something happen quick.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yep. I mean, you hit it, man. It's just we had already talked about it before. I think everybody we're ready to watch this team play. That's all it is. And Alex, I'm gonna go to you next, man. Because I want you to give me a couple guys too. I know you got some, so give me a couple guys that you think can make an impact on Friday.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with what Ryan said. I'm a big Peyton Bowen fan. He's just, ever since in high school, I've kept up with him since his junior year, and he's wowed me from day one. And every time he's in the game, I feel like last year he was either making a break on a ball or blocking a punt. And like Ryan said, I'm excited to see him return some punts I think he might be back there on kickoff return, maybe. But it's not on
Jalil
kickoff.
and Billy.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay,
Billy.
that's cool too. But I want to see him on that punt game. That punt game's gonna be.
Heck yeah.
He's gonna remind me of Antonio Perkins back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I think he could do something special for us that we haven't had in a while. And I'm gonna go with 3. Ready for Jaden Jackson. Ready to see that big beast up there. I'm ready to see him go to work.
Yep.
And then I also got Kendall Doby. I think he'll show up and do what he does, man. He's just a dog. He's that JUCO guy.
Yep.
He's ready to ball, man. This is what
Yep.
this is all he knows, and he's ready to do it. I'm telling you. Listen to all his interviews. He's fired up. That whole defense is fired up, man. They just can't wait. They can't wait to go tear somebody's head off, man.
For sure, man. For me, I'm excited to see the corner grouping, how it's handled, because it's so deep, man. It's gonna be tough to get them on the field. I mean, it is what it is, and but you got.
Who do you think runs out there first on the corner position?
I think, man, I know what the depth chart said. Okay, but I think Woody's got to run out there first. I think he's earned that. Being a 4-year starter, whatever you want to. I mean, I think he's earned it. For me, I want Gentry to be a starter, just because. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the dude, man. I want him to stay healthy this year. I want him to ball out, dude. When we saw him those first 3-4 games, a guy was an animal. So I don't know. I like Dez too. That's the guy that I've highlighted. I'm ready to see play. I want to see Dez.
Yep.
And I was talking to Alex before we hopped on, man. Jaron Canning. I want to see him, man. I want to see
He
him.
get a lot of burn for sure this game.
Man, I want to see it. Okay. Nobody's talking about the dude. I'm talking nobody. Nobody's even mentioning. Dude, I have not seen a single highlight of this dude. I didn't even know. I forgot he was on the team. I mean, no video, no picture. I mean, he's been a ghost, man. So I'm hoping that he can just go out there and, like we had actually mentioned it on last podcast, man. Just stop thinking so much, dude, and just let your athleticism take over and just be the dude, man. Because we saw it.
They got him at middle linebacker.
Yeah, I think he's at the wheel.
Yeah, he play the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, the wheel, and we saw glimpses last year of just some really good football, man. I want to see.
Boy, doesn't that speak to the depth when you have a kid that's played a lot of football, started all year last year, now he's potentially third string.
Yeah, he's third string middle linebacker. They moved Deshaun to will linebacker.
I know, and like we keep going back to it, man. I don't know how much he'll actually play because.
He's not. I can promise you, if he runs on the field, it'll be at will. He ain't learned. He struggled learning will. You think he gonna learn Mike?
Yeah.
No, sir.
That's what I'm ready to see. Pretty much everybody, man. Alex, you hit on Jaden Jackson. I think the fan base as a whole was just ready to watch that dude just ball out.
On Jaden Jackson, did you see his interview?
Yes.
I was dying. He did it twice. Are you talking about what he was talking about, David Stone?
He said, "I'm playing with myself."
Playing with myself, and then he, they were talking about him and Dom Williams. He was like, "We do everything together, man. We go eat together, we sleep together." Pause.
And he just.
Hey, he was hilarious. It was the best interview by far, I think. And on interviews, I'm a big Kendall Doby fan now. After listening to him talk, I can understand why coaches are so high on him. I mean, he seems like a very good man and player.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
he's just a dog, man. That's all it is. He's just a dog.
Got that JUCO grind, man.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All he wants that ball.
Had to earn it all, didn't he?
Yep. We got a lot of them, man. We got a lot of dogs on this defense, and I'm just ready to watch them. Hopefully, I mean the starters. I don't really know what to expect from this game, man. It could go. They could be in there a half, 3/4. Who knows? But just like I said, shake the rust off. Get out there, man, and just have some fun with it. Just let loose. Go, and go have some fun.
And I feel it would not be good if we didn't mention Stutzman and what he did with the NIL money. I mean, hey, he was already an OU favorite, right, for coming back and putting the defense on his back the last 3 years, honestly. And now what a guy,
Oh, yeah.
Giving away his NIL money to walk-ons because they put in the time and effort. Man,
that's team cap.
Yeah.
Man, that's who I want on my team, leading my defense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just set the tone for who he is as a man, as a person, and ultimately as a football player, dude. He's a phenomenal leader. Mm-hmm. Exactly who you want in the middle of the defense, man. You couldn't ask for a better leader in the football team.
Right.
Absolutely.
I agree.
So, that's a good point, Ryan. Yeah, for sure. But all right, fellas. I think we've hit on everything we wanted to, man. I'm just excited to watch this team play. Whatever happens this year, man. I know it's gonna be a grind. This schedule, but can't win them all if you don't win week 1.
Yep.
So go out there, take care of
business. You hear it reported every week.
Yep. So go out there, handle business, and just have some fun, man. All right, fellas. Start with Alex. Let's hear the final predictions. What do you got? What do you got on Friday?
I think I'm gonna do 42-7.
Okay.
I like that. I think we'll go out there and handle business.
Ryan, what do you got?
63-0.
Yeah.
Domination.
Wow.
Okay.
Boys coming out hot. Firing all cylinders week 1. I like that.
It's got a different vibe about this team, man. Under
Practice
Coach BB.
with intensity.
Yeah, you can listen to the players and just know that this is a little different feeling.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 52-10. That's what I'm gonna go 52-10.
I tell you what, fellas, if they score 10 or 7 points, I'm gonna be disappointed. That's not good.
Hey, you got that big freak on that team. You never know.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Nah.
Take the top
Nah,
off.
Nah, there's no mistakes.
Maybe, man. I mean,
be running stairs in stadiums for 3 hours Monday, Sunday.
Already starting,
Matter of
dude.
fact, after the game, BV had them. Now, get y'all's ass out.
Oh, we already started. Yeah. Hey, man, it's here. We made it. We made it through the off season. It was a tough one, but we made it, man. And I'm expecting big things out of Team 130. So I appreciate everybody listening. Like, subscribe, whatever you're listening on. Give us a follow. And we appreciate everybody that's along this journey with us. So I appreciate
Drop
you.
the comments, man.
And the comments. Hop in the comments too.
Ask us questions. Do what you want to do. We'll talk about it in the next chat if you want to, man.
For sure. Absolutely. And hey, fellas, I appreciate y'all, hopping on with me tonight. Hey, Boomer.
Sooner.
Donor.